Well, thank you very much, everybody. This is a great honor. We're on the 2-yard line, not the 5-yard line. 2 days ago, we were at the 5, now we're at the 2. But we have to turn out and vote tomorrow. We're going to vote. But we're right there, and then we're going to do something, a term you've never heard of, Make America Great Again. That's what we're going to do. So hello to Pennsylvania, a very special place. I went to school here, as you know. I spent a lot of time here, have a lot of friends here, and I'm thrilled to be back in this beautiful Commonwealth with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots. Great people. Great people. You built this country, I have to tell you, you built this country. You're going to save this country, too. You're going to save it. Because, you know, if we win Pennsylvania, not me, if we win Pennsylvania, we win the whole ball of wax. It's over. It's over. So I'd like to begin by asking you a very, very easy, simple question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? With your vote tomorrow, I will end inflation, I will stop the invasion of criminals coming into our country, and I will bring back the American dream. You're going to have the American dream back. What a shame what they've done to our country. They have destroyed our country, but we're going to get it back and fast. We're a nation in decline, but that will not be long, believe me. And after 4 years of economic suffering, we will create the greatest economic boom the world has ever seen. They're all coming back. All those companies that left us with the jobs, they're all coming back. Think of this, though. We're just 1 day away. Oh, we've been waiting for this. I've been waiting 4 years for this. And so have you. And so have you. We've all been waiting 4 years. 1 day, you gotta show up. I don't want any money. I don't want anything. Just show up and bring your vote. And if you have somebody else that got a little lazy, bring that person too. Say, Jim, you gotta get off the damn couch. Come on. We gotta make America great again, Jim. We're just 1 day away from what will be the most important political event in the history of our country. But you have to get out. We have to vote. Just show up and vote. I'd love to, really, what we should do is swamp them. Just swamp them tomorrow. You know, we have a massive lead. I don't even like telling you that, to be honest with you. We have a massive lead. First time ever, a Republican was leading by a lot in early vote. It didn't happen. The Republicans would always be way behind. They believe in going on Election Day, so we're going to let you go on Election Day, right? But they waited till the end, always. Democrats would always have hundreds of thousands of votes, and then you either catch them or you don't. You never know what's going to happen. But Republicans have never been in the lead, and not like this. It's a big number. So we have to just get out. You know, the ball is in our hand. We're at the 2-yard line, maybe the 1-yard line, but it's in our hand, and we put it over that. It'll be the biggest event maybe in the history of our country. And let me tell you, it will be also something much more important than that. It's going to save our country, because our country is in trouble. But that's all you need to know. And another thing you want to know is Kamala broke it, and I will fix it, and fast. America will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than ever before. This election is a choice between whether we will have 4 more years of gross incompetence and failure. That's what it was, 4 years of gross. Nothing good happened. What good happened? They cheated in their numbers. You saw last week they cheated on all their economic. We're in like a depression territory. I'll give you a little advance notice, 12,000 jobs. When did you hear that? That's like for Walmart. That's not for us. That's not for a country. It's 250, 300, 400, 100, 12,000. We lost hundreds of thousands of manufacturing jobs over the last month. Think of that. It's going to be that, or whether we will begin the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. We're going to make these unbelievable years, and we're starting from a negative. You know, we're starting from like about 15 yards off the field. We're not starting at the 20. We're starting from 15 yards off the field. And speaking of football, maybe we can get the NFL to drop that ridiculous kickoff sit. What the hell are they doing? What is that? I watched the game the other day. I said, what the hell happened? They just kicked off and nobody moved. Oh, well, that's up to them. This will be the golden age of America. Tomorrow, it's a beautiful term, isn't it? I was saying before, I was just proofing and reading and studying and all that stuff, and what a beautiful term, the golden age. We're going to be in the golden age. Won't take long. So tomorrow you have to stand up and tell Kamala that you've had enough. You're not going to take it anymore. You're the most incompetent vice president we've ever had. And Joe Biden was the worst president in the history of our country. Kamala, you're fired. Get the hell out of here. You're fired. This is a hell of a nice place. Thank you. With your vote, we're going to win Pennsylvania, and we're going to defeat Kamala and those radical left, what they're doing to our country. Crazy Nancy Pelosi. What's about her? She has Visa stock, a big position. You know, she started off with nothing. Now she's worth $200 million. How did that happen? So she has Visa stock, and she sells her stock. The day before, it was announced that Visa's under major federal investigation. I don't know. I wonder, do you think she had any insider information? I don't know. It's disgrace. Honestly, she's a disgrace. They ought to throw her the hell out of Congress. We are going to make America great again, and it's going to be fast. We're going to do it fast. We'll fast track it. Over the past 4 years, Kamala has orchestrated the most egregious betrayal that any leader in American history has ever inflicted upon our people. She's violated her oath of office. She's eradicated our sovereign border and unleashed an army of gangs and criminal migrants from prisons and jails, insane asylums and mental institutions, from all around the world, from Venezuela and the Congo in Africa, stealing countless American lives. And these are rough customers that are coming, much rougher than almost anybody in this room, other than the other night I had the Penn State national champion wrestling team. Think of this. They have a great coach. They've won exactly 11 out of the last 13 national championships. And I looked at these guys. They came up. I brought them up. And we were at Penn State when we did a little bit of a rally. It was a little rally that we could have sold the place out about 15 times. But we brought them up. I heard they were here, and I brought them up. And they had more muscle than I ever saw in any human being. And I looked at them and I said, you know, fellas, you may be the only ones in this room, in this country, that could take the migrants in a fight. You may be the only ones. Then I said, but they fight dirty. They use knives and guns, and they do, and they are vicious and they're tough. And we're going to get them the hell out. We have to. Our country's being destroyed. Our country is being destroyed. Here today, there's an incredible woman who I got to know, actually, over this tragedy, Patty Morin, whose heartbreaking story is a tragic warning of what will come to every city in America. It's coming to every city. It's already there. I mean, they won't even talk about it, but it's coming. It's only going to get worse. And by the way, 21 million people she allowed in, open borders. We have no idea who they are, and many of them are bad. If she ever won, I hate to even mention the concept, she's incompetent. If she ever won, she would have open borders the following day after the election, and you wouldn't have 21 million people, which is a record in history. You would have 221 million people coming over the next 4 years. And you could forget about your country. You would have no chance. Patty's wonderful daughter, Rachel Morin, was a 37-year-old mom of 5 precious, beautiful children. Rachel lived in Maryland, 1,500 miles from the border. Last year, while Rachel was out on a run, she wanted to always stay in good shape. Right near her home, she was brutally raped and murdered by an illegal alien who was led into the United States by the ridiculous open borders policy of Kamala. The savage who committed this heinous crime first killed another woman in El Salvador before walking across Kamala's open border. Come in and please come in. We'd love to have you into the United States. Isn't that wonderful? He then attacked a 9-year-old girl and her mother in a home invasion in Los Angeles, beating the hell out of both of them before murdering Rachel. Patty is really special. I got to know her. We had lunch together, and she's a very great woman. She said, like, you know, look, there's nothing you can tell somebody when that happens. You can't say, oh, well, time. I don't know. Sometimes time's good. Sometimes it makes it worse. I've had them say it's worse now than it was 10 years ago. But Patty's a fantastic person. I'd love to call her up. She'll say a few words about her beautiful daughter. Please. Patty? Thank you. Thank you. Nice, be careful.
Thank you. Rachel, if you knew Rachel, everybody in our town knew Rachel. They loved her. She was a tiny little Spitfire. She was like 5 feet, 5'2". She loved her children. She was very dedicated to them. She was a small businesswoman. She worked very hard to support her children. She was physically active. She took very good care of herself. And after she passed away, we did a walk in our town. And we had over 2,000 people come out to the walk. And of the people that came out to the walk, they said to me, I didn't know her personally, but we bought coffee at the same place. And she always said hi, and she always had a smile. I had on the walk people that had immigrated into this country. And one of them that really touched my heart was a tiny little Cuban lady. She had left her country and had come here for safety reasons. She had just had 2 knee replacements, and her daughter knew my daughter, but her daughter had to work that day. So this lady with the 2 little knee replacements walked the trail for her daughter because her daughter was so impressed and so moved by Rachel. And this woman, at the end of the walk, wanted to take a picture with me and offered me $1, because that's what she had in her pocket, to help towards expenses for my daughter. I told her to take the money and take her daughter out to lunch and give her a hug. But family is the most important thing that we have. There's a proverb, and the proverb says, when a righteous man reigns, the people rejoice. But when wickedness reigns, the people mourn. And it's been 4 years of our country mourning because of the hardships that have been inflicted on us that are unnecessary, totally unnecessary. So thank you for allowing me this time.
Thank you very much.
And this is our next president of the United States. He's an awesome man.
Did you get your eyes fixed?
Not yet, we're working on it.
You got that on, huh?
Yeah, we are. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this honor.
It's an honor to be there. Looking down, right? She's looking down. Look at the crowd, how they love you.
Yes. Yes.
The girl's looking down.
You're going to make me cry.
Hmm?
You're going to make me cry. Thank you.
Come on, let me walk you out. Thank you very much. Thank you, Patty. Great woman, really an incredible. How do you do that? I don't know. She did something that's very hard to do. I couldn't do it, I don't think. Very hard to do what she just did so beautifully, too. And last night we had a woman from Puerto Rico, Carmen, lost her daughter, Mimi. It's the same kind of thing. A migrant came in from a country, just brutal. They're just killers. I mean, they don't care. Her daughter was also beautiful. And Rachel was beautiful. But a similar thing killed, and the woman got up, killed 5 days ago. And the woman got up and she just spoke. And both of them, the job is to do that. I don't know how you do it, but they are incredible. They're incredible people. We have incredible people in this country, I tell you. And we can't let savages come in from other countries and take them out. We can't let these animals come in for other countries. They come in and they take them out, and then they're protected by the radical left. It's a terrible thing that's happening, and it's levels. When I was in this debate with the three people, 2.5, I figured, the 2 anchors and a half a candidate. And David Muir, when I said about, no, crime's way up. No, it's not, it's down. I said, am I debating you? And the next day, somebody at Justice Department actually likes me. They released the numbers. It was up 45%. Crime was up, way up right now. And you have a new crime that you can add. It's called migrant crime. And it's as vicious as there's ever been. It's a level of viciousness. And I put up tapes, but you know, the problem is the fake news never puts the tapes on. A friend of mine calls me. And he says, I watch all your rallies. They're the greatest rallies. But you know, when you put those tapes up, the cameras, look at all those cameras over there. They don't have one camera that goes, and all it has to do is go an inch here, an inch here, and you have it. They don't put them on television because they don't want to see the horror show of those tapes. So I don't even bother with them anymore because it's ridiculous. Isn't it ridiculous? And you know, it would be actually better for the networks, better. I mean, you're showing things of great interest, and they're horrible to watch. They're horrible to watch. But I don't put them up anymore pretty much because they won't put them on. They won't move the camera an inch and an inch. Isn't that terrible? You know why? Because it's fake news. The day I take the oath of office, the migrant invasion ends and the restoration of our country begins.